I'm going to talk about health of old people. According to the research between 2015 and 2015, the proportion of world's population over 60 years will double from 12% to 22%. So there are more old people in the world. Some health problem of old people become a big issue for the world. Before I start, I need to talk about the meaning of health first. Health is not only means physical health, but it also means mental health. However, which kind of health is more important? In my opinion, I think this kind of health are both important. However, can everybody take care of old people both physically and mentally? In order to figure it out, I interviewed with my friends, my parents, and my grandparents. First, I asked them what health means to them. They gave me the same answer: no illness. After that, I asked what kind of illness. They said physical illness such as blood pressure and cancer. They all noticed the physical health problems are important, but they all ignored the mental health problem. The third question I asked them is what they want after they are old to my friends. And I also asked to my parents and grandparents what they want now since they are elders. My friend said he wants money after he was old. However, my parents and grandparents said they need time to stay with their kids. Yes, having time with their kids can make their life more interesting because after they retired, they do not have anything to do, so they will feel lonely. The loneliness are the main reason make old people have mental problems. Nowadays, young people are very busy in order to make more money. So they think if they give enough money to their parents, their parents will be taken care well. However, it's not true. In a reading on the fear of death, the author Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, she mentioned that in the Philippines, there are more and more old people have emotion problems, and they are facing loneliness and isolation. Those people may have good physical health, but they still have pains because of the emotion problem. Also, in the Rochard's book, after her mother went into hospital, her father became crazy because he cannot live without his wife, and he will feel lonely. So mental health is as same important as physical. If old people have mental health, they will not have good life when they are old. However, physical problem can easily found out, but you cannot easily find out mental health problem which old people have. So try best to stay with parents and grandparents in order to keep them from mental health problem.
My first year seminar classmates. Today I'm going to talk about life behind elderly. First of all, what is life behind elderly? There are months of the old stay at home and their children are walking away from them. They live lonely or with their grandchildren. Then I made 3 interviews with my classmates, my uncle, and my grandfather. I asked my classmates and my uncle that, what do you think the life behind elderly? They said, life behind elderly needs care, love, and support, and they are alone and helpless. They may casually ignore the old people because they are just old. Some of them said they hate the old people. When I asked my grandfather, do you have any life behind elderly friends, and what do you think then? And what do you think their life? My grandfather said, of course I have. I'm very sympathizes those old guys. They are very lonely. They hope their children can go home and visit them as often as possible. So, I conclude that life behind the elderly are alone, self-discrimination, and security risks, life without care, and the lack of comfort. Sometimes they also need to take responsible for raising and educating their grandchildren. They are to analyze. According to Can We Talk More Pleasant by Rose Chast, Rose was going to Galapagos to work. Her mother get certificate from there and want to show it to Rose, but she fell down from stairs for finding the certification. So the ability of living independently for the old people also affect. According to Old Before Her Time, Pat make up old woman and discover firsthand the problems, joys, and frustrations of elderly in 3 years. During those 3 years, she ignored, grabbed, attacked by a stranger. She is loveless, so the old people is a vulnerable group, even if they are left behind elderly.
Hey everyone, today I'm gonna talk about the effects of aging population's problem for society. Since we all know everybody will be becoming old and we all need to face to this problem, in the book by Rose Chast, she mentioned a lot of things about her parents' elderly life, like her mother coming to the hospital because she fell down, and her father is a dementia, always get lost. That means they can't take care themselves and they must have someone or some help to support for them. The United Nations in 1982 for the first time convened a meeting about the aging population in the world, and they summarized the effects into two parts. One is about development problems. It is an aging population's influence on the economic and social development. In other hand, it's a humanitarian issues. All the issues about old persons, it means there has a big effect is taken by the aging populations to the elderly person's life, medical, housing, health, and education. So both are aging populations effects from international. And in the article Old Before Her Time, Catherine Berry talking about many issues that happens when people's getting old. Then she find that aging population is two-sided. It has centering effects on the society. Society also affects it back. For example, people are becoming more and more ignore the elderly, imperfect, social public facilities of the old, so on. And then when I interviewed 3 people from different age, that is my classmate, grandfather, and my aunt. After the answer, they are very similar. I asked them, aging has what kind of effect on the society? The first reaction is they didn't feel the exact impact. But after I give them some example, they think that an aging population makes society development becoming slow and make national economic standard becoming too high. Even my grandfather thought so too. And then they think the government need a lot of money and time to solve the problem of old people. Aging population is a top issue facing of every country. So we still need to working on how to figure out this problem as soon as possible.
Classmate, this is reporter Yongjin Kim. Today my topic is, do we need respect elders? Before telling respecting elders, we need to know what is respecting. Respecting is not just coming from the act. Respecting should be acting with your heart in mind. When we stay with grandparents, we just act respecting them. To respect them, we should know how they feel when they talk to us. However, we don't really like to stay with them because we don't really have same topic to talk with them. Specifically, the generation. The generation they lived when they are young and we lived are very different. Fashions can be one of examples that we lived in different generation. Old people fashions don't look cool, but ours do. From the book, Can We Talk About Something More Pleasant by Rose Chess, in the last chapter, a week before her mom died, she said to Chess, "I love you," in trust hers. Oh, if Chess didn't respect her mother, she would not even care about what she says and don't even reply her back with trust her saying, "I love you too." Also, if Chess didn't respect her mother, she would not really care if she's sick or not. From taking care of her mother, she showed her best respect in both act and heart. It shows we should not ignore old people and respect them. From the article Old Before Her Time by Catherine Barrett. Old people have more experiences than us, but they are having a hard time living. It's because their outlooking is different. They are in more victimized, poor and frightened. However, they are same as us. They feel just the same as us and we should be flexible to them. Old people lived more than us, which means they have more life experiences and they have more knowledge than us. Have you ever tried to listen to their advices? Try it with your respecting mind. It's not harmful. It will help you to live in the society. So I had interviews with my friend who is Rex and my mom and my uncle. My mom is living very close to my grandmother, 5 minutes away from walking. I asked my mom, "Do you respect grandma?" And she replied to me, "Is that a question?" Of course I do. My mom showed in 2 ways to respect her. She always made food for her 4 times in a week and do the laundry once in a week. Also, she cleans up her house once in a week. My mom is 53 years old. She always say to me that her body is heavy like big iron. However, she doesn't stop doing the work. She always goes to talk to her and stay with grandma at least 2 hours because grandma will feel lonely if she stays at home alone. My mom told me that sometimes grandmother makes her angry, saying same words constantly, but she feels she keeps replying words over again is because she wants to talk to someone. Hearing these from my mom, I can tell respecting is needed for elders. Interview from Rex, he said respecting elders from heart is needed. He said it because they built the city and they gave our lives. He also mentioned that his grandparents give him true love, such as giving money whenever he go there. And my uncle told me that respecting elders is needed, but it depends on how they act to us. One of his nightmares is that he couldn't even have a chance to respect his father because he died too early, who is my grandpa. In his words, he said, try to respect them as much as you can before you don't even have a chance to do it. And he hung up the phone. Oh, bad uncle. He's too busy teaching his students. As a conclusion, respect elders. Peace.